Right guys, okay, so before we start this lesson, let's check what we've got so far, okay? We should have 1, 2, 3 SVG files, yeah? This is your Inkscape folder. If you don't have an Inkscape folder, make one now, yeah? You should have something called front cover or similar. Lesson 1, lesson 3, lesson 4. These file names, please. Lesson 01, my griffin, my Pegasus, my dragon, whatever. Rectangles, stars, and polygons. You should have a portfolio of work folder. In here, you should have your PDF files. Again, 3 PDF files. Here, SVG, here, PDF. Yeah? My griffin, SVG, my griffin, PDF. PDF, PDF. You should have a portfolio of work. In this portfolio of work, you should have 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages. If you don't have 5 pages, stop this video and do this now, okay? This might look different. You might have a different house, that's fine. These might look different. You might have different rectangles, that's fine. These might look different. You might have different stars and polygons, that's fine, yeah? What I'm interested in is lessons 1, 3, and 4. When you've got that portfolio of work, head over to Alma. Okay, head over to Alma, log in, because this is your first checkpoint. I want you to upload your portfolio to this checkpoint 1. Yeah, you will have an assignment under your to-do list called this. Your PDF should have 5 pages. We've just looked at them. Your file name should be in this format. So you might need to rename your file before you upload it, okay? This is your class code. This is your name, yeah? And then I want it exactly like this, word for word. Inkscape portfolio of work, checkpoint 1. When you've got that, and when it's got 5 pages in, you can upload it to Alma, and then you can return to this video. Right, okay, so in this lesson, we're making a family of 4 people. We're making a mother, a father, and 2 children. Okay, so this is an example of what we're going to make. Yes, so with the hair, with the face. So that's one example. They've all got names. This is Rob. Rob's wearing a hat. Something like that. Simon. This is maybe the father. And this is Daisy with her purple hair. Okay, so this is what we are making in this lesson today. Right, okay, so when we've done that, then we're ready to get started. And I've got a blank document here. I've got my rectangle tool selected, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle. There we go. My select tool, oh no, sorry, my node tool, zoom in, and I'm going to curve these edges a little bit. I'm making the face. Okay, so this is the face of the person. So we can give it a skin tone. There we go. So it's a nice long face. Good. Now, let's duplicate that. Command D, Command D. Okay, because we need 2 ears. Yeah? So 1 ear there. Actually, no. Let's just have 1. Let's rotate it. Let's lock the aspect ratio. And let's make it smaller. Let's change the color a little bit. Okay, on the ear, a little bit darker. Maybe that one is okay. Yeah? Something like there. Command D. Now, if I hold down Control on the keyboard, it can only go up or it can only go horizontally. Yeah, it can't go anywhere else. So if I'm holding Control, I know that it's going to be perfectly aligned. So I can drop that down there. These ears, let's push them to the back. Let's push that to the back. Okay, good. This is a little bit bigger, I think, so there we go.
Right, now, let's have some eyes. Eyes are just circles. They're going to be black circles. Let's draw one. There we go, something like that. Let's zoom in. Let's make it like a Pac-Man. Let's close it a little bit. Let's duplicate that. Let's hold down Control again. Then it can't go. It only stays on the X or the Y axes. Select those, and let's move those into position. A little bit small, perhaps. Let's make them a little bit bigger, and we can center them by clicking on the face, holding down. Actually, let's group them together. Click on one, hold down Shift, click on the other one. Right click, group. Then click on the face, click on the eyes, and now we can center them relative to first selected. There we go. So we've got some eyes. Now let's have a nose. A nose is just another black circle. Let's close this up. And let's move that nose into position. Again, we can select one, select two, and let's align that in the center. Good. Okay, so we've got some eyes, we've got some ears, and we've got a nose. Now we need a mouth. So for the mouth, I'm going to take a copy of the face. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to turn it black. Yeah. Now, I'm going to hold down Shift. Okay, so I've got a copy. I'm holding down Shift and I'm making it smaller, and that's going to move it. That's going to make it smaller, but inside the face. Okay, so that's good. That's what I want. Now I'm going to have a rectangle on top of it, because this bit is all I want to keep. So with this selected, then I'm going to hold down Shift and click on the other one. I'm going to go Path, Difference, and that's going to give me a mouth. Yeah. So far, so good. Now we can duplicate that again, because now I want to do the tongue. Okay, so let's duplicate that. Let's move it over here. And let's duplicate it again, and let's move it over here. Let's change it red, and let's flip it. Flip it. Let's move it up, and let's align these. There we go. Select a one, hold down Shift, select the other one, Path, Intersection. Okay, it's kept the black bit, so I can change that red. This is going to be our tongue. Then this should fit perfectly into here. Should fit perfectly. There we go. Good. Okay, now these edges, I don't like how sharp these edges are. Yeah, so I want to round these a little bit. So we can go to Path, Path Effects, Plus, and then Corners. Yeah, and I can take my node tool, and I can just round this off a little bit. Approximately the same there. Yeah. Just makes it a bit softer. Just makes it a bit nicer to look at. Good. Right, now the teeth. So let's, my select tool, let's duplicate this and let's move this out of the way so that we can see what we're doing. Let's duplicate it again and let's turn it white. And let's flip it. I'm going to hold down Control so that it goes directly, vertically above. And actually, I need to make it bigger, so it doesn't matter. I want to make this transparent. So I want to change the opacity down and bring it over here. We're making the teeth now. Okay, so I want approximately that many teeth. So click on the first object, hold down Shift, click on the second object, path intersection. Okay, it's black. We can turn that white. And this should also fit beautifully into here. Yeah. Now again, I don't like these sharp edges here. Yeah, here and here. So let's fix those. Path effects, plus, corners, and node tool, and let's just round these a little bit. Approximately the same. Yeah. Right. Our select tool, move that down. Okay, good. Good. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too big. Something like that. Something like that, okay? Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Right. We've got our eyes, our nose, our mouth with our teeth, and with our tongue. Maybe the tongue's a bit too big. It's okay, actually. Right, the hair. Now, the hair is tricky. So we need to decide at this point, is this going to be a man or is this going to be a woman? Let's design some hair for both, because we can always reuse it. So we're going to start with a black, hopefully black triangle, a black rectangle, and this is going to be a pure black rectangle. Let's crank the opacity up. It's just a straight black rectangle. Okay, now, to make this look like hair, we need the Path Effects tool again. Our node tool, and then one corner we can drop down, and the other corner we can drop up. Something like that, and that immediately starts to look like hair. Yeah, I prefer it the other way around, like that. There we go. So if it's a man, we can do something like this. We can duplicate that, and then we can rotate it. Yeah, and that looks quite nice. We can duplicate it again, rotate it some more, put it down here, straighten that up, and we can actually push that to the back. Well, I'm not sure that looks very good. Maybe switch that, put that to the back there. I think it's a bit big, so maybe, okay, that's quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. So if it's a man, we can do something like that. Let's move these out the way, because we can always save those for later. Yeah. Now, if it's a woman, we can do something similar. Let's have another black triangle. Let's have some path effects again, the same path effects with the corner. Let's have our node tool up there. Okay, and because it's a woman, we're going to have this yellow. I think my opacity is not 100%. Oh, it is. There we go. Let's duplicate that. In my select tool, let's duplicate that, and let's flip it. Yeah. Are those in a line? More or less. Let's select on one, select on the other, align, align to the top. There we go. Right, good. Now we can move those together. Good, looks good. And let's select both of them, holding down the Shift key, and let's group those together. When we've done that, we can make it a bit smaller, and make it a bit smaller again. Yeah. We can move that down and make it a bit smaller. Now, it looks a bit odd at the moment, but in a minute, it's all going to look fine. Let's take the face, let's duplicate that, and let's make that the same yellow, or a similar yellow. There we go. Holding down Shift, let's make it bigger. There we go. And let's push that to the back. Now, it looks okay, but I'm not sure about this bit down here. Yeah. So with it still selected, we can do that. Looks okay, we can do that. Yeah, something like that. That's okay. I'm happy with that. That's fine. Yeah. So if it's a man, we can use these. If it's a woman, we can do something like this. And of course, we can have any color that we want. Yeah. Same color. Yeah. It's not the same color. Okay, so we can have this any color we want. We can shift, we can select both objects together to make sure that we get the same color. It's a bit radical. Yeah, any color that we want. Okay, so let's keep this. Let's move that out of the way, okay, because we might want to use that a bit later. There's another hairstyle that we can have. Yeah, and we can use our stars and polygons. So let's go ahead and make one. Okay, now this is already quite nice. So I've got 12 corners. My spoke ratio is quite high. Yeah, 0.78, yeah? So I don't have anything like that. I don't have anything like that. What was it? It was about 0.8. Yeah, 0.78. That's quite nice. Rounded, it's quite rounded and not randomized. And what we can do, we can put that there, send it to the back. Immediately, it looks okay. Yeah, looks not too bad. We can duplicate that. We can turn off, we need to unlock this so that we can change the shape. Something like that. Then we can put that there. And that's not too bad actually, yeah? I quite like that. We can select them both, we can change the colour. It's quite nice, quite happy with that. We can make it a little bit better by adding some circles. Now I want these to be identical circles. Not identical circles, so I want them to be true circles. So something like that, slightly different colour. Need to select it first, slightly different colour. And then I'm just going to duplicate these and drop these into here, just to give the hair a bit more effect. Something like that. And what we can do, we can make them slightly bigger. We can make them slightly smaller. Duplicate some more. Yeah. Duplicate that. Yeah. It gives it quite a nice effect of hair. So once we've done that, what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to select that. I'll group that together and I'll just try. Will that move? That takes the eyes. It's not what I want. So let me ungroup that and let me just take the hair off for now. Yeah, and these can just go in the bin. What we might want to do, because of course, you know, we're going to make a husband, a wife, a son and a daughter, we might just want to give him a hat. Yeah, forget the hair. He's a bald guy. Let's just give him a hat, okay? So let's duplicate the face. Let's move that. Need a bit of space. Let's move that over here. And let's change the color. Now, let's have a rectangle. And let's cut across it. This is going to be our hat. Yeah. So selecting one, holding down shift, selecting the other, path difference, that's our hat. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit bigger, tiny little bit bigger. Let's duplicate that. Let's have that slightly different color. And let's put it just so it's overlapping, just a touch. Slightly different color. And then let's do the same again. Slightly different color. There we go. Let's make sure that they're aligned. Not quite. Okay, select all of these, we can group those together, and then this shapka can just sit quite nicely on his head. Something like that. Okay, so there's a number of different hairstyles that we can use. Yeah? And what's nice is that we can just drop them in. Yeah, if it's a woman, we can use that one. If it's a man, we can use this one. Yeah, and we can mix and match, and you can change the colors and you can do what you want. Yeah. Right, let's leave it. What should we have? Let's leave it as a woman for now. Okay, good. Now, the neck. Okay, let's duplicate that. Hold down shift, make it smaller. Hold down control and move it down. Let's move it to the back and let's change the color. Let's have it still a skin color, but a slightly different, ever so slightly different skin color. Yeah. Let's have another copy of the face. Again, hold down control, move that down. Hold down, was it shift? Make it bigger. Let's hold down control again and move it down. This is going to be the shirt. Let's push that to the back so that we get the neck coming down. Let's have a rectangle to cut across this. Hold down shift, select both of them, path difference, and this is going to be our shirt. Let's select it. Let's give it a different color. Okay, so, right, looking good. Yeah, we're almost there. Now we just need to design the shirt, and then we are good. And any design we want, really. I like these stars. Let's drop that spoke ratio down to about 0.3. Maybe not that. Maybe a few more. Maybe a bit more rounded. Bit too much. Something like that. Now this is a nice, what is that, peach color. So maybe let's have these similar. Duplicate, duplicate. Let's move these over here. 1, 2, 3. Let's align those. Let's distribute those. We can group those together now. Make those smaller. And we can put those. Let me fix that ratio. I don't want to change the shape Can't see that colour very well. Yes, let's change that colour. There we go. That's quite nice. Now I want to make sure that this is exactly centre. So select the shirt, hold down Shift, select the, whatever these are, the buttons. First selected, let's centre that. Very good. Let's have it slightly lower. Good.
Okay, so just a couple more things to do. Let's center it. Okay, so we can select everything. We can group it. And once we've grouped it, then relative to page, in the middle and in the middle. What I would also like is a name. So I'm going to call this Daisy. Can't see that, so let's make that bigger. Let's undo that. Let's lock the aspect ratio. Make that bigger. Let's have this aligned in the center. Now we'll align both of these. Right, let me group those. And now we can align those in the center. That's a bit better. Yeah. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and save it.
So let's save this. File, save as. Lesson 06. Give her a name. Right, so this is our family. And this is going to be called whatever. Daisy. Okay. So this is Daisy. We can save that. We can save it again as a PDF. And the PDF will go into our portfolio. Yeah. So the mother is done, and now we've got some assets that we can use to make the father, to make the son, and to make the daughter. Yeah. And once you've got one done, the rest is quite straightforward, because you're going to take this off, you're going to put this on. You're going to change this color, yeah? Maybe you're going to change this, maybe you're going to make a, let's have this, maybe you're going to make a sleeve down here. Let's have this as a true rectangle. Send this to the back. Oh, wait, not that far back. Something like that. Send this to the front. Something like that. Send this to the front. Not quite. Let's undo that. So I want the neck at the back here. But then I want this at the back. Something like that. And then I want this a bit further back, there we go, in the center, and then I can put some buttons down here or something, yeah? And then I can save this as whoever this is, and I can add this to our portfolio. I can put some buttons, maybe, or some design on here, and then I can swap it out, and I can do Papa, put Papa's hair in here, something like that, and again, change the shirt, change the design, save it again, maybe change the size of the face. Yeah. Okay, have fun with that. When you've done that, you need to add all 4 family members to your portfolio, and then you're ready for lesson 7. Good luck.